Hello, and welcome to episode 31 of the Read Between podcast, the improvised storytelling podcast where we take the internet's weirdest suggestions and turn them into weird, wacky, and crazy stories through the power of improv. I'm one of your co-hosts, Evan.
I'm Lynn. I'm your other co-host.
And today we have a very special guest, a guest that we have been waiting a while to have on this show. I have personally been dreading this day, but I'm glad it's finally happened.
Baby.
Oh, shut up. I'm glad it's finally happening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show my twin sister, Emily Williamson.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. Thank you for volunteering.
I know everybody's been waiting for this episode. It is fine. I'm here. It is time.
It's time for the Wondertwin powers to activate.
Yes.
To finally do this podcast together.
Correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited to be part of the show?
Yes.
Have you listened to our show before?
Yes.
That face you
That
face you
doesn't
just
sound
made
convincing.
means you've never listened to a single minute
Okay,
of this
here's the thing. I tend to put on podcasts when I'm putting my little head to bed, and I'm out in 5 minutes. It's nothing against you.
Okay.
People's voices make me go to sleep.
Okay.
I've listened to some of your guests that you've had on.
Okay. That's good.
Yes.
All right, cool. So you've listened to bits of our
Yes.
episode.
Have I listened to all 31?
No,
30 episodes? No.
I don't expect anybody listening to the show to listen to all 31.
Well, they
But
should.
if you do, you're awesome.
Yeah, if you do, that's awesome.
Yeah, if you listen to all 31 episodes 2 times in a row, you get a free T-shirt from Evan.
Yep.
Wait,
Mhm.
no, that's not a thing.
Good
Signed by
counting.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Wait, what? I don't know Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes, you do.
Oh God.
So everybody, go on, do your listens.
Cue it up, baby.
Yep. Show us proof, and you'll get that free T-shirt. All of you.
Oh dear Lord.
He has multiples.
We're 2 minutes in, and I'm already regretting this. Oh, but I though, I was looking forward to this because as Lynn always talks about you being like the funniest member of our family,
Yep.
even more
Thank
so
you.
than me.
Yes.
Yes.
That is correct.
So she's been very excited to have you on here because she thinks
super excited.
you're going to do a really good job, and I think so too.
I do too.
So for those who are new to the show, and for Emily as well, since she doesn't always listen to our show, I'm going to go through what we do here. So the first half of the episode here, we're going to go to the subreddit on Reddit called Not the Onion, and we're going to look at some headlines. Now, Not the Onion has headlines that are so crazy that you think would show up on the website The Onion, but they're actually real. So Lynn's going to go through some headlines, pick a few for us, and then we're going to pick which one we actually want to tell the story behind, because that's what we do here. We improvise stories.
Oh, improvising?
Yes, we improvise.
You familiar with that?
Yes, very intimately familiar with the
Okay.
with the improvisation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so Lynn, what do you got for us today?
Sony says you can't have crossplay because PlayStation is the best.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Sony just basically telling consumers to screw themselves, basically. Makes sense.
Interesting.
They do. So basically the whole thing behind that is that people wanted to play Fortnite on consoles other than
Fortnite.
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 No.
Yes. We played that together. We did.
No, we
I
played
won.
We played Fortnite.
I won.
So
anyways,
the whole thing with Fortnite is you can use your account across different platforms, except if you use your account on Sony platforms and then try to play on like Nintendo Switch or PC, it won't let you do it.
why?
Because Sony blocks that kind of stuff. They don't let you use it on any other consoles. So
Are they going to block this podcast because you're talking about it?
no, actually,
Oh, okay.
I shouldn't be talking about it because we give no free ads on this show. So I don't know why I'm talking about a big company like that. Yeah,
No free ads.
no free ads. Yeah.
Okay. So I shouldn't talk about how great Wawa is, right?
No, don't. Well,
Okay.
no. Actually, if Wawa wants to sponsor this podcast, that'd be great.
This is now sponsored by Wawa.
Can't say that because we don't actually have the sponsor.
Just kidding. This is not sponsored by Wawa. That was a joke. Everybody ignore that.
All right, Lynn, what's the next one?
I'm trying to find one.
Oh, there's not good ones this week?
A lot of them have to do with murder.
Oh, God.
Ooh, I like murder.
We try to stay away from murder on this show.
Well, you know why I like murder.
Well, yeah, because you have a degree in forensic science.
Yes.
Yes, for those who are unfamiliar, tell the people who you are and what you do, by the way. I forgot to do that in the beginning.
Who I am. I'm Emily.
Yes.
I just recently got my master's degree in forensic science.
Nice. Yes.
So that's where the murder comes in. I'm not a mass murderer.
Yet.
But I'm now working at a pharmaceutical company in
Awesome.
New Jersey.
Cool. And you've never done improv of any kind before?
Just in my day-to-day life.
Yep. Anything?
Is
Liz?
it serious murder?
The one was pretty like, whoa.
Okay.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, that's
I'd prefer to stay away from whoa.
Yeah, we need people to listen to these episodes.
We don't want people to tune out because it's just
Okay, here's one. Hong Kong woman marries stranger after being tricked by work.
after being tricked by work.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So like,
Maybe it was like, hey, I'll hire you for this position. Okay, just sign some paperwork.
And it turned out to be
for
a
the
marriage
job,
license?
And it's like a marriage license, and now you're my wife.
you're
Yeah, she
married.
must not have read the fine print on that one. That's really her fault.
Yeah, employment contracts seem to be pretty boilerplate, so people don't really look at them. But
Yeah.
always double check
Nope,
what you're
gotta-
signing.
Gotta read that fine print.
Gotta read what you're signing, people.
And here's one more.
Okay.
Man busted with 800 pounds of stolen lemons.
Ooh, I like that one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
800 pounds of
800
stolen
pounds
lemons.
of stolen.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of lemons.
I saw that on MSN. I just didn't click on it.
It was on MSN. People still use MSN for news?
Yeah, I do.
You use MSN for news?
Yeah. I mean, I go to CNN too. But
I mean, I use CNN, but like,
and like Morning Call, but I go to MSN sometimes.
yeah.
I use Yahoo.
You use Yahoo?
No, it just sends it to my email and tells me all about the fun things about the world.
Oh,
Fun things.
Fun
yes.
things.
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So I think we're all in agreement. We want to tell the story about the man who was smuggling 800 pounds of.
He was busted having 800 pounds of lemons. So I guess he was but why are you smuggling?
Well-
where are they illegal?
Well, then I guess we should get into that.
Okay.
All right. So the main protagonist of this whole story is actually noted CNN reporter Don Lemon. Don Lemon, in his off time, he runs his own lemon farm.
yeah.
Don Lemon's lemon farm.
Lemon Lollapalooza is what other people like to call it.
Yeah.
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 And I mean that's really what it is.
Yeah.
It's a lemon Lollapalooza.
Literally lemon everywhere.
Yeah. He runs a 4-day music festival at his lemon farm under the same name, Lemon Lollapalooza.
Yes.
Everyone has to dress like a lemon. That's the only way you get in.
Yep.
You
the
have
only
to
thing
wear
they
yellow.
serve is lemonade.
Yep.
The only
It's a very sour. You leave and your throat and your tongue is just dry
oh yeah.
Yeah.
from all of the lemons.
Not everybody makes it out of Lemon Lollapalooza alive.
Oh really? What?
The acid just.
Oh, it just eats away at them.
Some people just can't handle it. You
Yeah.
really have to prepare.
If you have a sensitive tummy, this is not
Not
the
the
music
place
festival
for
for
you.
you.
Yeah. But in order for Don Lemon to keep his Don Lemon's lemon farm, Lemon Lollapalooza going, you need to have lemons.
Yes.
And the only way you make lemons is on your lemon farm. But the problem is nowadays, it's much harder to maintain a farm, especially with his crazy work schedule at CNN. So he's gone to the trouble of stealing lemons from other farms.
Yeah. He's a dirty, filthy thief.
He's a dirty lemon thief.
But they don't just take a couple lemons at a time. They
No.
go big.
They take hundreds and hundreds of lemons at a time
Yes.
from Larry Lemon.
Yeah.
Larry Lemon's
And Luann. Don't forget
Larry
his
and
wife. She
Luann
works very
Lemon.
hard.
Yeah, Larry and Luann Lemon.
She cleans all the lemons before they are allowed to steal.
Oh,
them.
she's great.
By hand.
By hand?
She won't let a lemon leave that property without being scrubbed until it shines.
Yes.
Those are the shiniest lemons this side of the Mississippi.
Shiniest lemons.
Yes. I mean, who doesn't love a good shiny lemon?
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's worthy
Yeah.
of your lemonade and your lemon chicken and your
Lemon chicken? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Lemon pepper chicken? Yeah.
Oh, lemon pepper chicken.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do anything like that. Like,
Yeah, you can't have that.
how you know it's good for your shrimp,
yeah.
Iced tea,
iced
Yeah.
tea,
Yeah.
restaurant water.
lemon lime soda.
Restaurant water. No.
No.
You heard that from her?
No.
Folks.
That's why Evan's appendix went boom.
Folks, PSA from the forensic scientist here. Take it away.
Don't use the lemons in your water
At the restaurant.
at the restaurant. Don't do it. You will not make it to Lemon Lollapalooza if you eat those lemons. Don't do it.
So we have Larry and was it Luann? You said?
Yes, Luann.
Larry and Luann Lemon, who own a competing lemon farm just down the road from Don Lemon's lemon farm, Lemon
The
Lollapalooza.
only way you get land anywhere near these lemon farms is if your last name is Lemon.
Yeah.
Or you sell Lululemon.
Oh yeah. So it's basically on this stretch of road. It's Lemon Lane.
Yes.
Yeah, Lemon Lane in Lemon, Nebraska. You can only have a Lululemon store, or you have to have a lemon farm,
Yes.
or a restaurant that specializes in lemon cuisine.
Correct.
Those are the only 3 conditions that you
Or
can.
you dress like a lemon 24/7.
Only
Then
thing
you fit
want.
right in.
Yeah.
So there's one person there that just
There was
constantly.
a homeless dude for a bit dressed like a lemon. He knew he could get free food
Yes.
that way. And he would pretend to be a lemon on people's farms. That way at night he could just take a lemon, bite it, and be on his way.
Like, it was kind of like the scarecrow, but it was just
The
a
scare
lemon.
lemon.
Yeah. He kept everything away.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Including people who didn't have the last name of Lemon.
Interesting.
He
What-
kept Lemon Street pure.
His name was also Lenny, so like
Kind of
lemon,
went.
Okay.
If you said it incorrectly.
And he loved lemony snicket, so they were like, "Come on in."
Oh man. So okay. So now that so Larry and Luann Lemon.
This
They're
is going to get very difficult.
It's gonna get-
Everyone follow along, take notes.
Yes. So Larry and Luann Lemon have had their farm pillaged by Don Lemon, but they've had no idea. Because, Don Lemon's Lemon Farm, Lemon Lollapalooza has become so successful.
Why would he need to steal from
Why would he need to steal from anybody? But they've noticed that their crops are becoming, much shorter. They're not having as much return on their farm, and they're trying to figure out why. At first they think it's a local wildlife coming in and destroying their farm because there's been a rash of beavers running through the farms just eating lemons.
Taking them to build dams.
Yep.
There's lemon dams all over the
Oh
damn
yeah,
place.
the lemon peels are great for dams. You okay over there?
Yeah.
That get you pretty good?
Yeah, that's good. Beavers.
Well, we all know beavers like citrus.
I mean, all animals like lemon,
Oh yeah, yeah.
especially small animals like make little boats out of the peels.
Like little field mice.
Yeah.
Frogs use lemon peels as lily pads.
Yeah.
Lemon pads, actually.
Lemon pads, yes, correct.
Yes.
They smell good too.
Yeah. Yeah. So with this, Larry and Luann Lemon decided to set up cameras on their farm to catch whoever was doing, who was stealing their lemons. And the first few nights they didn't really notice anything. Just some creatures running through some field.
And
mice.
Lenny.
And Lenny.
The scare lemon.
Yes, Lenny the scare
Lenny
lemon.
is a creature within himself.
That is
honestly.
true.
Yeah.
They saw him take a few, but they were like,
Whatever, that's
it's
fine.
It's Lenny. What is he
Yeah.
gonna do?
good old Lenny.
Yeah. And then-
Lenny the lemon licker, as they like to call
Yeah.
him.
That's how he ate them. He would lick them till they're gone.
Yep. Took him a while.
wait.
Do you know how many licks it takes to get the center of a lemon? Lenny does.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my god.
That's tough.
That was good. That was
Yes,
really good.
But that's tough. Imagine.
I can only imagine. Because if you're not, because even if you don't peel the lemon, you're just licking through the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years.
Oh God.
His tongue is like a fucking
He
cat.
doesn't have one. He had to replace it with sandpaper.
Wait.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because it was gone.
So it doesn't even taste good. It just is
Nope. It's just he,
just
Jesus.
fuel for his
Fuel for his
lemon.
scarecrow life.
yes. Hmm. It's tough. He lives a tough life.
Okay, so as we mentioned, the first few days nothing showed up on the cameras, but come like the weekend, they noticed there was some more activity, and they noticed there were more lemons gone. So they checked the footage, and they noticed that there was a cloaked figure running through the field, just chopping down lemon plant after lemon plant after
He
lemon
would
plant.
tiptoe the way that the Grinch does, and how the Grinch stole Christmas.
But he wore
He
like,
wore a lemon on his head, so he fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giant lemon.
Yeah,
yeah,
because it's a big head.
just a comically large lemon hat on his
Yes.
head.
Because they wanted to fit in.
That's where he put the lemons when he would steal them. He would take off his hat, shove the lemons in there, put his hat back on.
Yeah,
He did have some fall out over the course of the course
Yes.
of the robbery.
Yes, yes.
yeah, because there was a trail of lemons.
Yeah.
leading to the escape.
Yeah, but luckily, even though they followed the trail and found out, it just led out to the front gate because by that point, all the overflowing lemons had gone out of his hat, so he didn't have to
He
worry
put them in
about.
his mouth, and he left over.
Like a chipmunk.
Yeah, just
What was that?
I don't know.
Yep. Is that how you sound when you put lemons in your mouth?
I've never put a lemon in my mouth. I can't say.
Yeah, you're a liar.
What?
I've known you for 24 years.
This feels like a very weird 2-on-1 that I was not expecting.
I've definitely seen you put a whole lemon in your mouth.
I have not done that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You are a liar.
Huh?
So anyway, Larry and Luann Lemon had to figure out who this masked figure, what this hooded, lemon-headed figure was, and they didn't really know who to narrow it down to. they thought maybe it was the manager of the Lululemon store down the road, you know.
Because they found him there before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they found him there after hours one evening. He was
a little drunk.
He was a little drunk.
He wanted some good old iced tea.
It was after Black Friday. It was a long day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Went out drinking at the local lemon bar down the street.
Had a couple limoncello shots.
Yep. Ooh, that'll get you messed up real quick.
Yeah.
And they just found him in the field just chucking lemons all over the place. It's like, fucking hate these lemons. They suck. Just throwing them everywhere. And
But good thing Lenny tackled him. So.
Oh, yeah. Lenny
He's gone.
Yeah.
Lenny doesn't put up with that bullshit disgracing those lemons.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. His love for lemons took over.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Get the hell out of here."
Yeah.
And scared him away with his sandpaper tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he does to scare people away. He takes a sandpaper tongue and just
He's like, Yep. I mean, I'd run. If I saw somebody wearing a lemon costume with the sandpaper tongue, I'm out of there.
Yeah, that's
Forget it.
That's next level like horror movie crap
Right.
that like you don't want to be around.
Yeah. Forget Michael Myers.
Oh yeah.
I'll go out to dinner with him. But Lenny in a lemon suit with a sandpaper tongue?
Nah.
Not for me.
Not for you. So they ruled out the guy from the Lululemon. Who else was another person they ruled out? Having trouble remembering.
Laura.
Laura.
Yeah.
Laura Lemon.
Laura Lemon.
No, Laura Lime.
Oh.
Yeah, she was obsessed with limes and didn't quite understand the whole. What's the difference between a lime and a lemon?
Oh,
So
that's
they
because
her.
that's a very heated debate, the lime versus lemon
Yes.
debate. What's better? What do you use when? And
So she had enough. She said, "I'm gonna go figure out what the big deal is." Lenny got her too. Nobody ever saw her again, so that was quick.
wait, nobody saw her again?
Nope.
No, her little lime patch, gone. No one took care of it.
Huh.
And it was a disgrace to have them on Lemon Street. So
Yeah, who thought that was a good idea?
How did they even let them on Lemon Street?
They disguised themselves.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, everything started turning green.
They just spray paint. Did they just spray paint all the limes yellow?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, but they didn't do a very good job.
Yeah, people were just like, "What are these short round lemons?" And she goes, "It's a new hybrid.
It's a
$20 pop.
It's a limen.
It's a lemon."
Lemon.
Yeah, and they were organic. So of course, she charged like so much money for them.
Right.
Silly
And then they caught on.
I'm going to take a sidebar here for a second. How do they make these fruit hybrid things?
Have you ever had a grapple? Is it?
I've heard of it. How do they make them?
It has to do
Oh,
with
I've had one of those.
the grapples.
I think they just infuse
I think
apples with like a grape flavor.
Yeah.
Did they just like bump a grape against an apple a bunch of times
No,
until
I
it turns
don't
into
think
an
DNA
apple?
I
of the
really
plant.
don't think that's how that works.
I mean, I don't.
plant sex is not a thing.
I didn't know.
I do not think just rubbing an apple and a grape together. Last time I checked, that's not how you make a baby.
I think it has to do something with like its DNA and splitting the DNA or something.
Okay.
Like that.
But I think like the grapples, the way it just tasted like it just had like put some apple or grape flavor.
like they
in an
just
apple.
like they just stuck a syringe with a little bit of grape flavoring
Yeah.
into an apple and
It
just,
was a weird sensation.
That's what I
Love
hear.
grapes, not too big of a fan of apples, but it was just very.
so
weird.
like the cronut.
The
I mean,
cronut.
well, yeah, because
Croissant
they're
and donut.
That's not a fruit hybrid.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
it's a hybrid.
that's like more baking, so that's I guess what I would consider more chemical rather than
Mm-hmm.
biological, because a grapple is just a form of genetically modified food.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
those
mean?
GMOs.
That's why.
Am I
the
right,
corn-
ladies and gentlemen?
That's why you get like the giant fields of corn and bigger fruits. That's all genetically modified food.
Gotcha.
So I think that's what a grapple is. Whereas what you're talking about, a crossover between baked goods, that's more or less a baker coming together and saying, I am going to take these ingredients and put them together.
Gotcha.
Have you tried cotton candy grapes?
I have not.
What the fuck is that?
They're disgusting.
They
Little pockets
sound
of hell.
gross. That sounds
Pockets of
nasty.
hell.
I saw them last year. Never tried one. So we're at Giant, and I saw them, and I was like, I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna try it. It tastes like cotton candy, but it's just the weirdest thing.
Yeah, because is it like the texture of a grape?
It's a
though?
grape.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
it just tastes like cotton candy.
That just sounds weird.
Yeah.
That sounds like a weird biological crossover, or just a really.
I don't know who got drunk and was like, you know what
What?
would make these grapes so much better?
I'm a fucking scientist.
I
Watch
love
me.
the fair,
Just-
so I want to put my cotton candy in my grapes and put them in a bag and eat them.
That's just a farmer that had way too much Pinnacle cotton candy vodka and
That's
just
the thing? Cotton candy?
That sounds
Pinnacle
gross.
makes all those different kinds of
like
flavored
the
vodkas.
whipped cream and the
Oh,
birthday
that's good.
cake.
You
and
mix a little bit of the whipped cream. Side note, with some cherry Coke.
Oh, is it good?
That's a good drink.
Okay, so I think we're getting back to
Yeah, we have to get back on track here.
Sorry, I got excited.
What was her Lime?
Laura
Lime.
Laura Lime. Yeah. So
Rest in peace.
From what we know, we haven't found anything.
That's-
assumed dead.
I'm assuming it's
Lo-
been 37 years. So
Laura Lime assumed dead.
Yeah.
So
Laura, if you're out there, please contact the authorities.
Let
They're
us
looking
know.
For you. We're worried about you. Welcome home. You're welcome here.
Welcome home.
we assume you're
my
dead, but
God.
welcome home. So naturally, after narrowing down the list of suspects, the last potential suspect was Don Lemon. And
Yeah, because
Don Lemon's Lemon Farm, Lemon Lollapalooza was just
I don't know how they didn't think of him first.
no, because I mean,
he had piles of lemons everywhere.
I mean, the guy started his lemon farm after being on CNN for how many years, and now just becomes a lemon sensation.
Mm-hmm.
And by that point, he was ready to quit CNN and just devote his full time to lemons.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, and he had so much success. He was rolling around in that lemon money.
He was literally rolling around in lemons too, because he had so many lemons on his farm to sell.
He had a lemon bed, lemon couch,
Lemon television.
lemon. Yeah, he cut a giant lemon,
Yep.
cut a square in it, and put his TV right inside.
Yep.
Yeah, because he had genetically modified lemons.
Yeah.
Made them big enough to put a TV in.
What
Yeah.
did you just inject him with steroids or something?
Pretty much.
And that's and
He actually holds the world record for the largest lemon ever produced.
It was 8 miles around.
8 miles around?
around. So it was a banana shaped lemon, or
The
around what?
circumference.
Okay.
Math terms.
Yes, circumference was 8 miles.
Jesus.
So I
He
wonder
was a big Eminem fan,
Oh, I see.
so he really wanted to.
He was like this specifically.
he was
needs
just
to
like,
be 8
I
miles
need
long."
Eminem to notice my 8 mile lemon.
And then
Eminem did.
And then Eminem went on Twitter and was like, "That's a big lemon."
Yeah, he was like, I will come to Lemon Lollapalooza next
Yeah,
year.
I'm gonna be the headliner.
Don Lemon's Lemon Farm Lemon Lollapalooza. Eminem the headliner.
Yes,
Eminem and Lemon.
Lemonem,
Oh God.
Lemonem.
Go figure. He actually changed his name to Lemon M.
Yep,
Of course he would.
Yeah.
it was changed on Twitter for a little bit. People got a little confused.
Yeah. They just thought he was promoting something.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Laura and not Laura Lime, Larry and Luann Lemon.
Get it?
God
Straight,
damn.
Evan.
So many L's.
Don't forget Lenny
Yes, Larry and Luann Lemon
with Lenny
with Lenny
on the lemon.
on the lemon farm.
Ooh, yeah.
They now had plenty of evidence. They now had plenty of evidence to present to Don Lemon of that he was
Say,
the one.
You busted.
You busted.
But when they got there,
Gone.
he was gone.
He was gone. No trace of him.
Nope.
All
No
the
more
lemons.
lemons.
All the lemons were gone. Everything was.
There was one leftover lime. We were a little unsure how that was
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
That might have been where Laura was seen. Laura, if you're out there, please come home.
Welcome home.
home.
The hashtag for this episode should be hashtag welcome home Laura Lime. It's
We're
gonna be
looking for you.
It's the most confusing hashtag ever.
Hopefully there's not somebody out there named Laura Lime.
Oh God, please no.
If so, hello, Laura Lime. Welcome home.
So Larry and Luann, they did what they think they did. What the only thing they knew they could do, which was to get on CNN and confront him directly.
Yes.
So
They had to go to the source,
yeah,
cut the head off, and all that.
they had to call CNN and be like, "Listen, we got a problem with one of your guys, Don Lemon.
Yeah.
He's been stealing lemons
What did they say?
He's been stealing lemons from our lemon farm, and we know it's him. And we need to confront him live on air." And they're like, "All right, well, now it'll probably make some good television. So, all right, we'll put you on."
Because they're all about those views.
They're all about that's what they're all about. They're all about views.
Yeah.
So they get it all set up. Larry and Luann, they're broadcasting live from their lemon farm, and in their shot, they decide to just put it outside in the lemon farm with Lenny in the background as the lemon scarecrow.
Yes.
just on like a
Like
post.
T-pose.
T-pose on a
situation.
post, just in his lemon costume.
Good for Lenny.
Yeah.
Making the big time.
Gets that exposure.
He really needed that exposure.
He did.
He's had a
Yeah.
rough life, and I
Yeah.
think he really deserves that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had plenty of lemons to lick after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the time came for the interview. Larry and Luann were on TV, and then counts down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then it cuts to Don Lemon, and he's just like, my next guests are a couple from a small town in Nebraska where all they do is grow lemons. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest, Larry and Luann Lemon. And he stops for a minute. He's like, oh no.
He's been busted.
He's been busted.
So they took out their lemon guns and pointed them straight at Don.
Well,
Where are the lemons?
The thing is, they were pointing them at the cameramen who were at their farm by proxy, pointing them at Don Lemon.
Right.
And
they knew those
Yeah.
lemon guns could go through the screen
Yeah.
and run into Don's eye.
Yeah, because all the acid
Yeah.
just
right,
like
just
went right
eats away
through.
everything.
But-
Just
and-
like your sensitive tummy.
And let's clarify, these lemon guns, these aren't like actual guns. They
Oh,
just,
no,
They just
no.
shoot lemon juice.
Yeah, no.
Mhm. They're just lemons that shoot.
It's
lemon
like
juice.
rubber bullets, except when they hit, they explode and it's just lemon juice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have to hit you about 800 times before you're affected.
If
Yeah.
you get right in the eye, though,
Oh, it's
very effective.
madness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you have to be a good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as soon as
Well, they've been practicing.
as soon as they've been practicing on Lenny,
Yeah. In the big lemon costume.
Yep.
Yeah.
T-posing.
it's a big target.
Yeah. So every afternoon
Yeah.
for their lunch break, they go out and shoot Lenny
Yeah.
a couple times.
So after Don abruptly cuts off the interview, he's like, I'm done with this.
Mm-hmm.
Don's like, I got to get out of town. I got to get away from here. I can't figure this out anymore. I got to just go. So Don actually, what he did was when he left the farm, he put all of his lemons in a storage unit just outside of the CNN headquarters, so he could always be close to the lemons and know where they are at all times.
Yeah.
So he decided to get his Toyota Prius, which I'm sure is probably what he drives. I don't know what he drives.
Wow, that's an assumption.
I don't know what he drives.
It's probably yellow
Probably a yellow car.
Probably yellow.
with a lemon air freshener.
Yes. He loads his car full of the lemons, as many as he could fit.
Actually, you know what? He probably doesn't even drive a lemon car. He probably doesn't even like lemons.
Really?
He's a fraud.
But hey,
That's
but
my
but
personal
that's
Fucking asshole.
That's my personal
but that's what
opinion.
made his money.
Yeah, but that's just my personal
I get it. I get it.
Okay.
So Don Lemon fills up his car with as many lemons as he possibly can. Gets about 800 pounds in there and starts to drive off. But little to his knowledge,
So what went in the storage unit?
lemons.
More lemons.
Yeah, it was
There's
just
about 1,500 pounds.
1,500 pounds of lemons in there.
Oh,
In
so
that
that's
lemon.
what I saw in that episode of Storage Wars because he stopped
Yeah.
paying that.
Yeah. They literally opened it and just like thousands
And that
of
poor
lemons.
guy spent $3,000 on that storage unit.
Yeah, it was the Dave guy. Just the yep.
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 He said, "Yep, I want that." And then he opened it and he was like, "Oh,
Shit.
damn it! I don't even like lemon."
It's just lemons. Damn it.
Yeah.
Lenny was excited though. He hopped in that lemon.
Yeah, he showed up. Lenny was there. Crazy. Lenny just pops up out of He can
He
sniff
just pops-
those
There's a
lemons
TV
out.
and lemons.
I love me
I'm
some lemons. Yup. He started yelling, "Yup." He didn't have any money. He didn't have money, but he was like, "Yup, he wants it."
Can I hear 500? I hear 500 for lemon unit. Let me hear 500. And then you just Lenny's in the background like, yeah, I want them lemons.
Yep. Yeah. He just pops up everywhere. Good old Lenny.
He's probably outside right
Yeah.
now on our deck.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lenny. We'll be out there
So
soon.
little to Don Lemon's knowledge, Larry and Luann, along with Lenny riding shotgun on the roof in his lemon costume, had managed to drive all the way to CNN's headquarters, and were waiting for him to leave. And so they
This
managed.
happened very quickly.
Oh, it did. It happened very quickly. So they managed to catch up to him and were following him on the highway. And then all of a sudden, because you're not supposed to drive with somebody on your roof, the cops were following closely behind.
You're not. Wait, side note, you're not supposed to drive somebody on your roof?
No, you're not. That's not something you're supposed to do.
Oh, okay.
Is this something
Nope.
you have a problem with? That
Nope,
you
continue.
need?
Just asking.
Okay, fair enough.
For a friend.
Ruins my plans for the night. Let me tell you.
Huh? What?
Oh, she didn't tell you?
No, I think.
Okay, we'll go back to.
All right,
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
So Lenny was on the roof and the cops
Yes,
came.
Lenny was on the roof. The cops started following.
There were also helicopters.
Yeah, there were also.
They
Yeah.
were like, "Get that lemon off of your car now!"
But they noticed that they were tailing very closely behind Don Lemon for a very particular reason. So they pull them all over, and the cops, tell everybody stay in the car, and they.
Well, it took Don Lemon a little bit.
Yeah,
He kind of kept driving.
yeah. Well-
He was also tossing lemons out of his car so
Yeah.
he could drive a little
Just,
faster.
like tossing them
Yeah.
at the car.
Because he was
hoping
really
it
only going
Yeah.
about 45 and a 75.
Yeah.
That
So he
fucking
knew
asshole.
that that weight was just slowing him down.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
doing well.
Yeah.
Use
So-
So
it
the
as a
cops were
weapon.
like, dodging the lemons,
Yep.
and it was crazy.
Yeah, the cops ended up doing a pit maneuver, and like all the lemons went flying around in his car.
it was crazy.
Yeah,
Really bad cleanup. I felt bad. For
Oh
that.
yeah, but they managed to like, what are you doing with all these lemons? And Don just like, fine, I'll finally come clean. Stole all these lemons from you two. I wanted to be successful.
You too?
No, not
The band that put their album on everybody's iPhone.
no,
Okay.
not Bono. No, Bono doesn't have time for lemons.
Oh, okay.
He's too busy.
Buying a new pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, and infiltrating everyone's iPhone.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
So Don was like, I wanted to be a successful lemon man. I wanted my name to mean something. So I had to steal from you, lemon folks.
Yes.
And at that point, they're like, well, gee, you could have just asked. We could have started a farm together.
Yeah, because they're nice people.
Yeah, they were nice people.
Yeah.
They're just
They would've done
hardworking
it.
people that wanted to
They
start a
invited
business.
they invited Lenny in after he got that weird ass
Yeah.
sandpaper tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like,
They didn't judge him.
yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, they're like, well, if you really care about the lemon business, why don't you just join us?
And that's when the cop comes over and goes, "Nah, he's going to jail."
And that's when Lenny
Book 'em.
and that's when Lenny hopped off the roof in his lemon costume and drop kicked the police officer in his face.
And that's how Lenny ended up in jail.
That's
too.
how Lenny ended up in jail.
Honestly, Lenny, if you can hear this, welcome home.
So then after that, Larry, Luann, and Don Lemon started the Lemon Family Farm and Lemon Lollapalooza with the Lemon Lime Festival that now runs today.
With Lemon M. as
With
the
Lemon
headliner.
M as a headliner every year. The end?
No,
Yeah.
wait. I
What-
just got a text message.
Oh.
Okay.
Laura Lime is home.
Oh, she made it.
She did.
Welcome back.
Hashtag welcome home, Laura Lime.
Hashtag welcome home, Laura Lime.
The end.
The end.
All right. Good. That was fun. How'd you feel about that one?
I felt great. I think I did really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played a good part in that.
Yeah. You played a pretty good part.
Crushed it.
Yeah. Squeezed it. Fresh squeezed.
Freshly squeezed.
Yes. Lynn, how do you think she did?
I thought you did a great job.
Good.
Yeah.
A+.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure I've been the funniest person so far, but just kidding,
Ooh.
everybody.
Ooh.
I'm really
Wow.
not.
That's a slight against some of the other guests we've had on here.
It was a joke.
Okay.
They've all been great.
I mean, they're comedians. They can take it, hopefully. For those listening, Emily just made a face like, ooh, boy. Well, I think this is a good time to take a break. So we're going to take a break. We're going to talk about some stuff we got going on. And then we will be right back with the second half of our episode with Emily here.
Yes.
So stay tuned. We will be right back. Hey everybody, Evan here. Wanted to take this break time to talk to you a little bit about a cool show I've got coming up at the end of September called Sitcom Night Sweeps Week. Now, I'm sure I think at some point last year you heard me talk about Sitcom Night, a show that was happening over in Allentown at the Allentown Brew Works. And that show, we did it. It was really successful and it was a lot of fun. And this year we're bringing it back again, but this time bigger and better than ever before. We got 3 brand new sitcoms we're making. Pretty much going to be completely improvised sitcoms that we're going to be doing for our audiences. And the cool thing is this time we're actually doing 2 shows. We're doing a show at 8 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. on Saturday, September 29th at Steel Stacks. The show is once again directed by my good buddies Evan Stutz and Richie Warmcastle, who are some of the brightest minds in comedy here in the Lehigh Valley. Some of the funniest dudes I know, and they've got some really cool ideas cooked up for this show. So if you're interested and you're in the Lehigh Valley area and want to come check out that show will be on Saturday, September 29th at 8 o'clock and 10:30 p.m. Again, that is Sitcom Night Sweeps Week happening at Steel Stacks in September. It's going to be a really fun show. I definitely recommend you check it out. Also, starting on Saturday, September 22nd, the week before, the new round of the Improv Comedy Power Hour at Steel Stacks is going to be starting up. I will be back again as part of that show, so you can come check that out every second and fourth Saturday at Steel Stacks as part of their never-ending comedy lineups. They have shows every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So for more information on those shows and many more coming to Steel Stacks, go to www.steelstacks.org/comedy. Now, with that being said, let's get back to the show and let's tell another story. And we are back from break. How's that break, guys?
Good. We had some nice lemonade.
Yeah.
Lemon squares.
Yes. Made some nice lemon-themed food and
We
drink.
let in Lenny for a little bit. It's a little hot outside.
Yeah.
He was sweating a little bit.
He got out of prison just recently. So
yeah, we picked him up the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
#justice for Lenny.
#justice
For Lenny.
for Lenny.
Yes. So yeah, that was a good productive break. I talked about the shows I got coming up,
Yeah.
as I always do. It seems like on this show.
I feel like I'm always at Steel Stacks.
You always are.
We are.
Yeah.
Like every week.
Yeah.
We see everyone about once a week, I'd say.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I think I see Evan and his improv friends more than I see my family.
Same.
Yeah.
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 Same.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
You seem very enthused by that.
No, I like them. They're fun.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just,
Family is family. Huh? Exactly. So
Yeah, moving on. Everybody, you still there? Hello, everybody still there?
I think
Everybody awake?
I think they're all asleep at this point.
Welcome
Wake
home,
up.
everybody. Wake
Yes,
up.
welcome home. # welcome home, everybody.
# welcome home, Laureline.
Nope, it's Laureline.
Oh. Okay.
# Laureline, welcome home.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so for the second half of the episode, we're actually going to go back to an old staple that we used to do. We've had some great...
Ooh, throwing it back.
Yes, we've had some great listener-suggested story titles that we've used in the past few weeks. They've been awesome. Thank you to everybody who submitted those.
Oh, so you just had people submit them?
Yeah, so we're part of a Facebook group of a bunch of podcasters that listen to a podcast that we listen to.
Oh, that's great.
So they're all mutual podcasters, and they submitted to us some story titles that we've used over the past few weeks, and they've been really funny.
Awesome.
We've gotten some really funny episodes out of them. But this week we're going to go back to our old staple of the fantasynamegenerators.com book title generator.
Great.
Yes.
Sounds like a fun time.
Yeah, interesting time. So what we're going to do is there's 10 different genres here.
Okay.
We're going to have you pick 3 of them, and then we're going to generate some
Me
stories.
personally?
Yes, you're going to pick the genres,
Whew.
and then we're going to generate some stories.
It's a lot of pressure. I didn't know that was going to happen today.
It's okay. It's fine. It's a low pressure thing. So
Okay.
we're going to generate these names. We're going to pick a couple that we like, and then we'll narrow it down to one that will actually tell the story
I think
behind.
I can do that.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. So the genres are adventure, children, drama, fantasy, horror, humor, mystery, nonfiction, romance, and sci-fi. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do horror.
Horror? All right. So, 1, 2, 3. Okay. List of these is very interesting.
Okay.
Okay. So, I think there's 10 in this list, so we'll pick one out of these. Colleague under my bed. Bat in the mirror. Fiends in the cabin. Dogs ask weird questions.
Wow, that's different for this site.
Children and butchers. Phantoms and dogs. Working behind the counter. Lights at the graveyard. Afraid in my past. And pained by the jungle. These are some really good. Those are some good ones.
I have to pick one?
Yeah, you have to pick one of those.
Is it bad that the only one I remember is children and butchers?
No, that's fine.
I also kind of like Colleague Under My Bed.
That's a pretty good one. Which one out of those?
Let's do Colleague Under My Bed. We
Okay.
don't want to get too dark with
That's
children
fine.
and butchers.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, so Colleague Under My Bed is number 1. What's the next genre?
Romance.
Romance.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta scare the ones you love, you know what I mean?
1, 2, 3. Oh, God. All right, so the choices are Lady Love of Fire, Lady Love of Insanity,
Oh.
Boys of Heaven, Suitors of My Mind, Lovebirds and Friends, Guests and Strangers, Vision at My Work, Body of the Forest, Helping His Parents, and Awakening in Him.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's
Oh.
intense.
We're going to walk away from that one. What were the last 3?
Body of the Forest.
Body of the Forest.
Body of the Forest is the one
Yes.
you like? All right. All right. So we have Colleague Under My Bed and Body of the Forest.
Yes.
All right. The last genre then.
Humor.
Humor. All right. So 1, 2, 3. All right. Here we go. Your choices are Man During My Travel, Fish of Laughs, Fish Strategy, Robot Loves Sugar, Officer and Prankster, Spider and Boy, Injury of
AKA Spider-Man spinoff.
Injury of the Village, Oh God, this next one. Poop job.
All right.
There it
It
is.
seems like they added some new words.
I guess. Victory of the design and help of my pranks.
Help of my prank?
Yes. I was not expecting poop job.
I know. I think they added some new words.
They must have added some new words.
I feel like you have to go with poop job. Like it's out there. You have to choose it.
Let's just air
but
this
you
one
like
out.
I think your idea of Spider and Boy being a weird Spider-Man
That
spin-off.
is true. Let's do Spider and Boy.
You want to do Spider and Boy out of
Yeah.
all the ones you've heard?
Oh wait. So I have to choose one of the
So
three.
you choose one. So yeah. So it would be colleague. It would be colleague under my bed.
Yes.
What was he?
Something of the forest?
Colleague under my bed, body of the forest, or Spider and Boy.
Which do you like? You like Spider?
You're the
and
guest.
Boy.
I'll let you choose.
But the colleague under my bed could be really funny.
Hey,
We'll do that one.
colleague under my bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And that's horror.
No, that was romance. I think.
No, wasn't
No,
that
that
horror?
was horror.
That was horror?
Body of the Forest.
was
Oh, it was romance. Okay, so yeah.
So okay.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the first and last time, we present to you, colleague under my bed.
Dun dun.
So Julie was a good worker. People appreciated her. They appreciated her work ethic in the office.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't take long for her to get promoted to office manager.
Mm-hmm.
People were really happy with her. They liked her authority. They liked her choice of supplies picked for the office.
Yeah.
Her pencils are great.
Her
I heard.
pencils A+. She got the best ones.
She bought
Number two.
she bought the Ticonderoga number 2s.
Ooh, a good Ticonderoga fresh out the
Yeah.
package. Ooh.
If they had some exceptionally good money come in, all she got was those mechanical pencils with the lead.
Mm.
She also got
great.
the college ruled notebooks, not that
Oh.
wide ruled shit.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wide ruled shit is for peasants.
Honestly, who
Yeah.
needs that?
Yeah.
Was not allowed in her office. No way, no how.
She's like,
She saw that, she would burn it right in front of your eyes.
yeah.
Composition notebooks. What are those?
Yeah, like really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like who are you? So
But there was one person in the office that didn't really like what she was doing.
No. His name was Creepy Craig.
Creepy Craig. First name Creepy, last name Craig.
Middle
So-
name, nobody knew.
Creepy, nobody knew Craig.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, Creepy Craig. He did not. He was not a fan.
No.
Yeah.
At work, you could see him sitting in the corner,
Yep.
just glaring at her.
Just
Much to say,
festering. Just
why does everybody like her? I don't understand.
yeah.
I hate her pencils.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to snap them all in half.
Some of us don't like the colored assorted Post-its. Some of us just like the regular yellow ones.
He loved wide ruled notebooks.
Mm-hmm. But she burned all of the wild rolled notebooks on
And
his
that
desk.
lit a fire in Creepy Craig.
But the final straw, there was one final straw that really broke the camel's back with Creepy Craig.
Creepy Craig, the camel's back.
No. Creepy Craig always liked French vanilla creamer with his coffees. But what was her name again?
Julie.
Julie. Julie only bought plain creamer.
Occasional hazelnut on the
Occasional
holidays.
hazelnut or eggnog during the holidays, but never French vanilla.
Who the fuck likes eggnog? Let's be
That
honest.
is actually
Yeah,
side note.
sidebar.
Who drinks that? If
I don't
you
drink
are
that.
listening and you
No.
drink that, I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, that makes me puke. I hate eggnog.
I tasted it and I was like,
Like,
Ugh.
how is this good?
Yeah.
How's this festive? This doesn't scream Christmas to me.
Yeah.
no, it's not good.
You know what screams Christmas to me?
Mm.
Christmas cookies. Just normal Christmas cookies.
Do they have to be like cut out in like a tree, or,
No,
or
any
does that
any
add
kind of
to
any kind of
festiveness?
cutouts, like any
Okay.
Christmas cutout, Christmas
Oh.
cutout cookies you buy from the ladies at church are the best
Yes,
cookies.
yes,
that
yes.
that is when you know Christmas is here.
Right.
And when Santa comes
And when
knocking on your
Santa,
door.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't go through the chimney anymore.
No.
He
No.
knocks like
He
a
just-
He just,
normal,
like-
polite
He's over it.
person.
He's like, it's been long enough. I'm coming.
They have
Ding
cameras.
dong, I'm here.
They have cameras inside the doorbells
Yeah,
now. So
Yeah,
you're-
he's like,
you're-
I don't need to go through the whole jumping down.
you just
I'm just gonna come to the door now.
anymore. It's just you check your Ring doorbell and you see Santa
Yeah.
in the camera, and you
His
just
knees
unlock
aren't
the door.
same anymore.
Yeah.
He's getting up there in age.
He is.
He is. Fuck the chimney. I'm coming to the door. Are we allowed to curse on this podcast?
Oh,
Fuck
yes.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. Woohoo. Glad I asked now. Okay, let's get back to Creepy Craig.
So Evan, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
go on about the French vanilla creamer.
Yes. So Creepy Craig, this was the final straw for him. He only drank French vanilla creamer in his coffee, but now he's been having to spend hundreds of dollars on his own creamer.
And that's not fair.
No, that's
Everybody
not fair.
else is drinking their coffee.
Yeah.
Getting their caffeine in.
Yeah. But
He can't function without it.
No, he can't. And this drove him mad.
Very.
Very mad. To the point where he knew there was something he had to do. He knew he had to get to Julie somehow.
So he knew that this coming Friday the 13th, he was like, I've had enough. I need my coffee at work. And I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
So he made a point that he was going to confront her in the office on Friday the 13th in front of everybody to air his grievances.
But he wimped out.
He wimped out. Friday the 13th came. He
said, I just can't. He said, I'm sick. Julie, I'm going home.
He actually marked it on his like office calendar that like he circled the 13th and was like, Julie is done.
Yep. DUN, because he wasn't very smart.
No.
Yeah, he only got the job because his dad owned the company.
Yeah, like he did not really help that company at all.
Yeah, really did not.
Yeah, so he left early that day.
Yeah.
He pretended to be sick.
Side world building note. What kind of company is this, by the way?
A fashion company.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good one.
It's a fashion company in New York.
Gotcha. Like a small startup kind of fashion company?
Right.
They haven't been around very long.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But, they're really hitting ground. They're hoping with the next fashion week they'll be able to take off and be more of a name brand.
But they also only focus on children's clothes.
Yeah.
From age 1 to 2.5.
So, like, it's a very niche.
Very niche market.
Like, very specific. It's, like, only for certain people.
Very targeted market.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And babies don't walk the runway very well. They start crying. Where's mom?
Yeah.
They ruin a lot of the pieces because sometimes if parents don't change their diapers before they go on the runway, it's a hard job. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So Craig wimped out. Didn't confront Julie like he should have or wanted to.
Yeah. No.
And yeah, that angered him.
Yes.
That made him even more angry. He was more mad at himself, but he realized that I got to do something because if I don't, Julie's just gonna run wild all over this office. What's next? What's she gonna do next? What could she possibly do? And then a memo came out shortly before the end of the day.
Ding to his email.
And it said from Julie to the entire office,
including Creepy Craig. He
was actually blind copied. He wasn't part of the CC with everybody else. She just didn't.
He never is.
He
He's
never
always
is.
BCC'd.
Yeah, so that nobody knows he's even part of the company anymore.
Right.
Yeah, nobody ever sees him.
Yeah, nobody ever sees him because his desk is all the way in like the very far corner of the office.
It's dark over there.
Yep.
It's by the old bookshelves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. So the memo came out. It says, "Dear all, thank you for your continued participation in our office holiday parties. However, this year we will not be having a holiday party this year." Now, for everybody else, this was okay because, they were getting tired of having to spend the holidays at the office for the office party.
Yeah, they wanted to go home, spend it with their family, sort of thing.
You don't blame them.
Yeah, don't blame them.
Go home.
It's a thing.
Wait for Santa to come and knock on your door.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always the best part when you get to be like, Santa, come on in. Here's your
Here's your drink.
Yeah.
Here's some eggnog.
But for Craig, this is his only opportunity during the holidays to actually try to interact with people. To try to interact with people in his company, to like actually try to make friends.
Creepy Craig wasn't a bad guy.
No, he wasn't a bad guy.
He just was misunderstood.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good word.
He's painted in a bad light.
Yeah.
He wasn't given the chance to redeem himself.
He had a unibrow, so people tended to be a little afraid of him.
Yeah, right.
It made him look intimidating.
And his eyes were fucking buggy. Like, they were just big, buggy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And
they were
so
like
when
really dark brown, almost black, with a little red ring around him. It was like really weird.
Right. Little satanic.
But
his
like,
dad
he was
was
great.
the devil.
He was great.
Yeah, he was a great guy though.
He was great.
Part demon, but
he was nice.
Yeah, nice
Or
guy.
demon.
He only had
His
one
dad was
horn,
the devil.
not
What?
not two.
Yeah.
It was like a weird crossover.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So he was a unicorn.
No.
No,
He had one horn.
Yeah. As opposed to two.
but he wasn't like.
It wasn't in the center of his head.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He thinks it's a unicorn.
So he'll learn.
Anyway,
Talking about devils, and he says, "Oh, a unicorn."
why did I invite you here again?
Because I'm funny. So, Yes, he was just misunderstood.
Yeah,
he wanted to make some friends.
Yeah, and this
we all do.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I could use a few new friends.
And this year's office Christmas party was gonna be the time that he was gonna really make an effort and step out and try to make some friends.
Mm-hmm.
But now his only opportunity to do that was dashed by Julie. Julie, the rogue office manager, going around doing whatever the fuck she wants. Just
With her Ticonderoga
I'm not editing that out. I'm telling you right now, that's staying in.
Ticonderoga pencils, which he hated.
Yep. Her nasty ass hazelnut cream having ass.
Yeah. Who likes hazelnuts?
I
Do you like hazelnuts?
I mean,
I like the creamer.
I like Nutella. It's
Yeah,
hazel.
Nutella.
Everyone's probably gonna hate me when I say this.
don't like
No.
I've never had Nutella.
What?
It's good.
You
It's
never had
good.
Nutella?
No.
Do we
I like
have
it with
any?
strawberries. We don't have any.
Shit.
My roommate in college used to eat it with a spoon.
I have been there, drunk.
Yeah.
I think you've done it sober too.
Probably.
Can
I don't.
honestly
I'm
say
an
I've never
animal.
tasted it. It's
It's
never crossed my
It's
lips.
very good.
It's like a chocolatey, hazelnutty spread.
Yeah.
It's
Also, unpopular opinion, not the biggest fan of chocolate. This is where everybody stops listening to the podcast.
This is where Lynn's gonna fight you.
good. I'm
be-
addicted.
She's
It's a problem.
Yeah, see, I'd rather have like a Starburst.
See, I wish I was more into the fruity,
Mm-hmm.
but like if you put chocolate in front of me, you better not touch it. I will kill you.
Yeah, no, I don't get
We
that
get a
way.
pack of Oreos in the house.
Okay.
Okay, Oreo. Okay, first of all, if we're gonna really
Let me
forget
roll up
this
my
for a
sleeves
minute.
for this one. I am not the only one guilty of that. We rarely get the original Oreos. It's always some sort of flavored, and Evan joins me in on that bullshit.
I'm not
So
saying I
you
don't. I'm just
even
saying
go
that's like
there.
you really enjoy those. I wasn't trying to insinuate anything bad. I was just saying.
I'm just saying that I'm not the only one addicted to Oreos. And I agree with Emily. It's a different conversation.
For everybody that is just listening to this podcast, aka everybody, they almost just flew across the table at each other.
Yes.
So should we get back to let's get back to the story.
Yeah, sorry, that got really heated.
That's okay. It happens.
Buddy, sorry, guys.
It happens.
Woo-hoo.
But so back to the story.
Yeah, so Craig left work.
Craig
he
left-
was angry.
Very angry.
He went home and he just had to collect his thoughts and figure out what he was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And he got home and he looked in his mirror and said, "Creepy Craig," because that's what he called himself as well. Like he
He refers to
knew.
himself.
Yeah,
He knew.
in like first name, last name
Yeah.
basis with himself.
So he was like, he looked in the mirror and said, "Creepy Craig, you're going to handle business today." And he went to Julie's house.
Yeah, because unfortunately for the entire office, they have access to everybody's like personal records, so you can find out.
Yeah,
where,
you could find out where
Yeah,
everybody lived, their social security number.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Stealing identities was very easy in this
Oh
company.
yeah, like everybody was signed up for like 7 new credit cards by the end of
it
their
was,
first week.
It was crazy.
Mhm.
It's like a rite of passage, basically.
Basically, you have to give your identity
Yeah,
to get paid minimum wage to work for a baby
startup
clothing
fashion company.
And also a few
Yeah.
strands of hair.
Yes, yeah. You have
Okay,
to be partially bald to work there.
Yeah.
you have to go with the friar cut, basically.
Yeah, the friar cut.
Yeah.
Be like Kevin from The Office.
Yeah. Except the women have to wear their hair longer on like the sides and back.
Right,
It's just
right.
the top.
That's
has
a
to
good look. I've often thought about doing that.
What?
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 What? I was weird. Who was that?
Jesus. So yes, so Creepy Craig decided he was gonna go to Julie's house and confront her directly.
Hmm.
But when he got there, she wasn't home yet.
Yeah.
She was still at work, probably sharpening her pencils.
Now the interesting thing is Julie lived alone. As much of a people person as she seemed to be, she never got into a relationship or anything. She always preferred to live by herself. She did have 2 cats though.
Mm-hmm.
She had 2 cats,
Zippy,
Zippy and Zappy.
creative.
Yeah, you know.
Our cat's name are Bingo and Bongo. We're not very
Yeah, I
creative
mean,
people.
You didn't name them.
No, we didn't.
That's true.
We kept the names. But yeah, so they were there.
Mm-hmm.
And Creepy Craig was trying to figure out the most effective way to talk to her when she got home.
He was pacing a lot.
He was pacing a lot around
waiting.
outside. Her neighbors were were in their houses looking at him as much as to say, what the hell is this guy doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then he realized that the door was unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because Julie lives in a pretty safe neighborhood, so she didn't think to...
That's also a requirement, though, in their neighborhood. You have to leave all your doors
you have to leave your
unlocked.
doors unlocked.
You want
Yeah.
this to remain safe, you leave it unlocked, and you trust your neighbors.
Yeah.
Gosh
Yeah.
dang it.
Yeah.
You have no passwords on any of your devices in your
Nope.
home.
No.
Your Wi-Fi was free to anybody.
Yep.
Yep.
No passwords on your Wi-Fi.
Mm-mm. And if you do have a password, you have to put it as the Wi-Fi's name.
Yeah.
Okay.
This password is pumpkin.
Yeah. So,
And there you go.
know,
Yeah,
it was really easy.
Everyone can
Gotcha.
use it.
so he went inside.
He went inside.
And he got tired waiting on Julie. Got tired of pacing, and he was like, man, I really need to just lie down. And he looked at Julie's bed. It was very plush, very cozy, very fancy comforter with all of like the decorated pillows and stuff, and thought, why not? Lays on her bed, starts flipping through his phone. He's connected to her Wi-Fi anyway, so what matters? Yeah. And then he heard a creak, and the lights turned on. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, Julie's home, and he panicked and thought, all right, I gotta hide. It's gotta be a surprise. Mm-hmm. So he falls to the floor and crawls under the bed, and just waits.
Yeah, and just waits.
But he wasn't very smart.
No, because he had his feet sticking out the one side of the bed. Didn't think
he had bright red shoes on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
For a very creepy man, Creepy Craig had a good sense of style.
Oh, he had great fashion.
That's
why he was so drawn to the company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he loved clothing for 1 to 2.5 year olds.
Yeah.
He wished he could be a 1 to 2.5 year old again.
To wear some of the stuff.
I need that clothing.
Yeah, because some of the stuff he creates is mind-boggling. It's really
crazy.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
But he can't wear it because
he's 1 year old.
he's a 30.
Great.
He's a 35-year-old man.
And I think that's also why he's just such an angry person.
Yeah, because he
just
just
wants to wear that clothing.
He wants to be 1.5 to 2 years old again.
He tried to lose weight and get surgery to become an infant.
He needs to be a baby again.
He wanted to be Benjamin Button. He watched that movie.
It's his favorite movie.
So many times.
So jealous.
In hopes of becoming Creepy Craig Button.
Baby man.
Baby man.
Baby man Creepy Craig.
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah.
No success, though.
No.
So as Julie is making her way through her home after coming home.
It took forever to her to get upstairs.
It took her 20 minutes to go through her mail. And then took her another 20 minutes.
Which I don't know why, because the neighbors have access to the mail. So they could have opened it for her.
They just, all her letters are open by the time she comes home.
So it doesn't take that long to open the letters or anything.
She, had a pet Zippy and Zappy.
Mm-hmm. She had to feed them.
Feed them.
Which, by the way, she feeds them by the tablespoon for some odd reason.
Yeah, they have to eat off of the tablespoon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She strikes me as that kind of person.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, for being so detail oriented at
like
work.
Golden spoons.
Yeah, like they're like inscribed with the cats' names on them.
Yeah.
She probably gives her cats like smart water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thinking it's gonna make them smarter.
Voss water.
Yeah, thinking it's gonna make them like smarter cats, but they're just dumb cats.
Bougiest cats in the world.
Yeah.
So finally she gets in bed, and she sits down and something's poking at her back.
Well, the thing is, she didn't even notice when she walked in the room that his feet were sticking.
She didn't even see the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not very smart either.
No, she was tired. Long day. It took her like 20 minutes to feed her cats by spoon, which was like twice as long as it normally takes.
Honestly, just throw it in a bowl. Come on.
Yeah, really. So something's poking at her back, and it kind of feels horn-like. That's when she looks over and sees the red shoes and smacks the back of Craig's leg as if to be like, "Creepy Craig, what the heck?"
And then he slithers out the other side.
Because now he turned into a snake.
He's an anamorph.
Creepy Craig has a lot going on in his life.
He's a demonic anamorph.
We're mixing universes.
Imagine that, Creepy Craig.
I could see it.
I could see it.
With the unibrow and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would it be called a unimorph then?
I think the unibrow would be present on the snake. Personally.
That's a good look.
Agreed.
So he turned into a snake, slithered under the bed, but then turned back into human form outside.
It was just easier for him to get out being a snake, which I get.
Yeah.
That's a lot of effort to try and crawl under.
Right.
Under
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he hops up and he looks at Julie and he's just like, I don't know what you're doing with this office.
And then he starts to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crying as he's giving his speech.
I don't know what you want to do with this office, but I just want you to know that I don't like what you're doing. Mm-hmm. I like my wide rule notebooks. I like French vanilla creamer, and I like Christmas parties. Mm-hmm. I just want to be liked, but none of you, especially you, are letting that happen.
And it got really quiet. Mm-hmm. She let it all sink in, like 10 seconds of just pure quietness. And then she takes out a little party hat in the shape of a Christmas tree and puts it on Creepy Craig's head and goes, "Welcome to the Christmas party, Craig." And everyone pops out. Surprise!
Yeah. He didn't know that they were actually throwing him
A
a
surprise.
surprise Christmas party. And everything was French vanilla flavored.
Yep.
Everything. The
Wow.
cake. They were just drinking French vanilla creamer.
They had bottles of vanilla extract just sitting out.
He loved vanilla. Everything. They had French vanilla candles. French vanilla body sprays.
All of the gifts they gave him for Christmas were vanilla inspired.
He couldn't stop. His tears of sorrow turned into tears of happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Which
the thing,
eventually
he didn't realize that this whole time they were staying away from him because they just couldn't keep secrets very well.
Yeah.
And this
couldn't-
party has been planned from the get-go of this company.
Since he started there, they were like, that guy needs a party.
He needs a surprise party ASAP.
Yeah. And, he just didn't understand why he was put in a corner. Never put Creepy Craig in a corner. You just don't do it. Because look what happened.
That's a great moral of this story. Never put
Hashtag
never put creepy.
welcome home, Laura Lime. Hashtag never put Creepy Craig in the corner. But, like he just was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah. He
They
just
had the little things that go, whoo.
except they were just like little vanilla beans that would
Yeah, that would like pop out
Yeah.
and hit you in the head.
Yep.
Yeah, he was in his glory.
Yeah, he was in his glory, and the only thing he could think of to say to Julie was thank you. Thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
That's the twin powers right there.
Yeah, there they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was just so grateful, and he didn't expect this kindness and generosity to come from these people that he thought hated him. Yeah. And so they all partied in Julie's bedroom to the wee hours of the morning, drinking French vanilla coffee and laughing and enjoying themselves. And finally, at the end of the night, Santa Claus knocked at the door, yelled, "Ho, ho, ho." He was given they let him in. He joined the party. He immediately keeled over after eating a French vanilla cookie because it had way too much sugar in it.
No, they poisoned it.
They poisoned it.
Creepy Craig actually wasn't that happy about the party. He hates parties. He pretended it was fun, but he actually hated them all. He was over it.
So he decided to kill Santa?
He killed everybody.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He poisoned the French vanilla punch bowl.
What the fuck?
It's a horror. It can't end with Santa coming and going, ho, 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 happy holidays. The only one he left live? Beefy Brad.
Beefy Brad?
It would take too much poison
Yeah,
to kill Beefy
he was like
Brad.
some bodybuilder.
He's just laying on the floor, just like paralyzed. It's just like, what did you do to all the vanilla, man?
Yeah.
Yep. And that's when Creepy Craig left and was never saw again.
He jumped out the window and like flew away.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
And Beefy Brad made a true crime podcast.
Welcome to Beefy Brad's True Crime Podcast. I'm your host, Beefy Brad.
Searching for Creepy Craig, episode number 81.
Yeah, this
Yeah, because it's still ongoing.
Oh, yeah.
I listened to it. It's pretty good.
This week's update, everybody's still dead and nobody knows where Creepy Craig is.
Yeah, because he flew. Who knows? Or he could
Yeah, I
be.
know. We didn't even know he had. We knew it was an anamorph, but normally if you're an anamorph, you can only
It's a
We thought it was-
unimorph.
unimorph.
I thought it was a snake, though.
Exactly. That's
I
my
thought it was
point.
his form.
That's my point. Like his
No, he has
form.
many.
His form as an
Oh.
anamorph, normally you only have one, but
Yeah.
he's a unimorph, so it's
Huh, different.
even though uni means
The
one.
unibrow
Gave him an
is
extra
what gives
morph.
him the powers.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
is that the end of the
Oh,
story?
I think he actually turned into like a pterodactyl. So
Keep your eyes out for that.
Yes.
people.
yeah, if anybody out there, if you see a pterodactyl flying, it's probably Creepy Craig. Please call the authorities.
Hashtag where's Craig?
Yeah, hashtag where's Creepy Craig.
The end?
I think that's fair enough to
I
say.
think that's a good place to stop that story.
Yeah.
Wow.
We miss you, Creepy Craig.
Welcome home, Creepy Craig.
Yeah, welcome home.
Well, Emily, this was a lot of fun today
Yes,
to do these
thank
stories.
you. It was fun.
Yeah, no problem.
Hope I made somebody laugh out there.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you made Lynn dribble water on herself.
I do that on a regular.
I have that effect on people.
So for the people out there listening, you want to tell them where they can find you on the internet and any other
Facebook,
stuff you got
Twitter, Instagram, everything.
Yes, add her on Facebook.
going? Yes.
Yes, add me on Facebook.
Yes.
No,
What's your Twitter handle?
I have no idea.
I can pull it up and tell people where to follow you.
You know, it's probably a weird form of my name with a lot of E's because I was
yes.
an annoying teenager that thought that was cool.
So if you want to follow Emily on Twitter, you can follow her at EMILAYEEEXO.
It is Emily.
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 So that's
I'm really funny and relatable.
Yes. Once again, that is at EMILAYEEEXO if you want to follow Emily on Twitter.
Yes, I'll follow you back because I need friends.
She needs followers.
Anybody, please.
Yes.
Come on, please.
Yes.
Laura Lime, if you're out there, please follow
her on Twitter. I'm sure if we put the hashtag out there, she's bound to
probably.
She's bound to find out.
She's probably a Twitter fiend.
Probably, yeah.
Who isn't at this point?
Exactly. So Lynn, where can people find you on the internet?
My Twitter is at AnnLynn, AYNNELNN. Follow me there.
I follow her. It's a good choice. Go ahead.
Yeah, do it.
She puts stuff about Bingo and Bongo.
I do.
They're great cats.
Yes, they do. Whatever I do on the internet, that's where it goes.
Yeah.
So follow me and stuff.
Yeah. And
but don't follow Evan.
Well, if they do want to follow me on Twitter, they can follow me at E_Williamson93. I post there somewhat frequently.
All the time.
Not really, but I try to post there when I can. You can follow the show on social media at readbetweencast on Twitter, at readbetweencast on Instagram, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/readbetweencast.
Also, don't forget, if you watched all 31 episodes or listened to all 31 episodes twice, you get that signed T-shirt by Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, God.
That'll be on their Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't forget. I'll sign it, too, if you want. If you really liked this.
Whoopi Goldberg and Emily's signature.
Honestly, priceless. People would love to
there's
have
no
that.
price to put on that because it's not worth anything. Burn.
Roasted.
I know. All right. So, also, before we forget, this coming Friday, because this episode is releasing on Monday, September 3rd, this coming Friday will be our latest episode
I'm a Labor Day guest.
Yes, you're the Labor Day guest this week.
Ooh,
yes.
Fancy.
Yes. So this Friday, we're actually going to be releasing our 4th episode of Nostalgia Cops, which is centered all around the classic Nicktoon, Hey Arnold. So,
and if you want me to be on that podcast, let them know.
Yes. Yes, so that'll be coming out on Friday morning on September 7th. So make sure you stay tuned for that. You can find you can find Nostalgia Cops on social media. It's at Nostalgia Cops on Twitter, at Nostalgia Cops on Instagram, I believe, right?
Yes.
And and Facebook.com/Nostalgia Cops.
Yes, we are on all of the socials.
Yes. So, and if you're probably listening to the show somewhere, but
They're reading it too.
They're reading it too.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a new thing.
That's that you can read podcasts.
Yes, you can. This show can be listened to every week on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Spotify, on Google Play, on YouTube, and through our hosting service, Pinecast. Wherever you're listening, make sure you leave a rating. Make sure you leave a review. Let us know.
5 stars.
Yes, please. 5-star review. That would be great.
We love you.
Yes, let us know.
I'm cool.
Let us know how we're doing.
You're doing great, Evan. I'm very proud of you.
Oh.
As a sister, I'm proud.
Thank you. If you have any feedback, like Emily's giving here, you can reach out to us at our email address, which is readbetweencast@gmail.com. We'd be happy to take any sort of comments, suggestions, fan mail, anything like that.
Fan mail?
I mean,
yes, our birthday's coming up if you want to send anything.
Yes. Speaking of birthdays and around that time, around our birthday is actually the 1-year anniversary of Read Between.
Wow.
Yeah, shortly after our birthday.
I'll be back.
It's like the weekend after.
I think it's the weekend after. We've actually got something in the works that we're gonna do for the 1-year anniversary.
Any spoilers you would like to give?
It's gonna be probably some sort of clip show, going through some of our favorite moments from the first year of Read Between.
Oh, so basically just my episode again? I got
That
jokes.
was a good one. That was a good one.
You're not the only comedian of the family.
Oh God, you always say that.
Yeah.
But now it's gonna be even more true because people are gonna ask me, "Oh God, is she gonna do comedy now?"
And I'm just gonna be like, everybody, stop.
Stop it.
Everybody is following me on Twitter. I can't.
Oh, man. Well, I think that's going to do it for this week.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think we're good. So, once again, thank you to Emily for joining us today.
Thank you guys for having me.
We'll definitely have you back at some point.
Yes.
Of course, because this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing this.
It was so much fun.
Yeah. And I think we'll have to have our mom on at some point, too.
Yeah.
I think,
oh, my gosh.
would
she do it, do you think?
Probably.
I think that's a plan for Mother's Day.
That'd be good.
Mother's Day pod. So,
Mother's Day pod.
Yeah.
Hashtag Mother's Day pod. A lot of hashtags.
A lot of hashtags today.
You gotta follow.
Yeah.
Gotta follow.
Exactly. So, everybody, thanks again for listening this week. Thank you again to Emily for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And we will see you all next week.
Don't forget to drink your lemonade.
Yes, don't forget to drink your lemon.
Don't drink water with lemon at restaurants.
Exactly. PSA, don't drink lemon in your water at restaurants.
Do not do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.